back in Detroit again. I told you we're going to be playing a few more songs, and so as you can see, we're going to tackle this beautiful little chestnut called Over the Rainbow. Everybody wants to know how to play this song, and it's not that tough. It's not that tough, but what we're really going to do is emphasize a lot of the voicings that we have talked about earlier, and let this song teach us. This is the way we roll here. By the way, I want to get my YouTube viewership up, so if you happen to know, do me a favor, if you happen to know somebody who likes this style of music, maybe they're a home player or church player, playing for a year or so, even less than that. Share this video or other videos that I made with them, and maybe it can benefit them. Let's get into Over the Rainbow and see what we can learn here. So the key that we're working in is E flat. E flat. So there's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then we're back to the 1. It's a good idea to do your diatonic harmony in that key as well. 1 to 2. 3 is G minor. 4 is A flat major. I'm just randomly picking voicings. 5 is a B flat 7. And then 6 is a C minor. And the 7 is a D minor 7. Flat 5, and now we're back to 1 again. Now you might have voiced that diatonic harmony a little differently than me. Also, there's a stylistic difference too. I played it kind of in the jazzy way. As I've said before, a lot of times you'll hear things like 1 over 3. Especially in church, you'll hear that a lot. And you'll hear a 5 over 7 chord, like that. Going to a 1 chord. I brushed over that kind of fast, but I've spent a little time on that kind of thing in earlier kind of foundational lessons. But here we want to apply this kind of stuff to a song. We just happen to pick Over the Rainbow because somebody asked for it and they want to know how to play it. Play this song and understand the changes to the song by number until you don't really need a paper or a lead sheet to play it. So like most songs, it's going to start on the 1 chord somewhere. Now already notice how I'm voicing this right hand chord. A chordal voicing. Now you probably expected me to do this. Nothing wrong with that. That's an E flat triad over E flat. But if you throw that F in, that ninth, that beautiful ninth in, you end up with this chordal, hard to say that, chordal voicings. Note to self, don't just play this song. If you're on a 1 chord of any kind and it's major, you can use this device, this hack. Okay? Go from the whatever chord you're trying to form, right? Go up a whole step, go to the second of that chord, and then play in fourths. F, up a 4th to B flat, up a 4th to E flat, and then keep your bass note the same. Let's do another one. Let's do A flat. I just picked it at random. So here's my bass note. Up a half step, E flat goes to E flat. There it is in A flat. Let's do D flat. So that would be E flat, A flat, D flat. So these chordal voicings have a modern kind of sound to them. So add it to your voicing vocabulary whenever you see a one chord, especially if it's on the root. Now I could have thrown this 6 in if you like that style. A lot of people do. So I could have did this or this. So in essence, I'm playing a C minor over C minor 7 in second inversion over E flat. That's a little dense for my taste for this particular song, but it might work in another context. So I want to start off a little dainty. First chord is C, E flat major, but I'm thinking chordal voicing in my right hand. Now the next chord is a C minor, so it's a 1 to 6. Now notice I'm doing the same thing in my right hand, another chordal voicing. I got a C bass, or if I wanted to get more dramatic, I could have done this. But let's keep it simple for now. Focus on my right hand. So I went from here to here. Actually, it's precisely the same notes. The only thing that really changed, two things changed. One is I started down here. I changed my bass note, and so my right hand notes are the same, even though the octave have shifted. So you know I like to take songs in chunks and really get that chunk down. So here we go. So I'm going to do this until you can look away from the piano and do it. And close your eyes and do it and see how. Now if you mess up, no big deal. Open your eyes and try it again. No, just kidding. That time I did a roll up to that. But I'm still using the same notes. I just appreciated them and added a little arrangement. So far we have somewhere. Now the next chord, and hey Gino, how you doing? And apply these chords to the guitar or whatever chordal instrument you're playing. So we're just comping it. Next chord is a G minor. Here I am doing a 10th in my left hand, right? And I'm doing a B flat major second inversion in my right hand. If you've tracked my videos, this should be very familiar to you. So over the rain. Now we need a passing chord. We're gonna use this one. Now that's a bit of a stretch. That's an E flat 7 chord of some kind. Now I could have, if that's a stretch for you, which it is for some people, just play an E flat, try it. But that note puts the 7th in play, adds tension, and lets that resolution happen on the next chord, which is A flat. Way up high, that's on the way. Now we're on an A flat major chord. And here, track me on this. Now, again, I just want to remind you that rewind is your friend in these videos. I remember years ago, I was taking a piano lesson, and I got it. And I walked out of the guy's house. What'd he say? So, welcome to the world of video, because you can just rewind and watch it 100 times if you don't want to. In my left hand, it's a device. root, fifth, ninth. Now, 9 out of 10 people will play root, fifth, root, fifth, root. But this ninth is sweet. It doesn't matter if you have it in your right hand, your left hand. It's just a note that just adds a lot. So you notice how I arranged that. So let's go back to the top again. Somewhere over the rainbow. Now I need, oh, this is on way. So I said, I hit my bass note and these two notes right here. Then I brought my bass up. Bam, boom, boom. It's kind of like a bass fill. Boom, boom, boom. 3 notes there. Now the chord is not going to change, but I need that note, so I'm going to go. So way up. One more time. Let me do a little bit slower. Way. Now this is a voicing you should be familiar with. This is a 5, 7, 9, 3 voicing. But the part to practice is coordinating your left and right hand. So you got way up, way up high. Now you notice I didn't arpeggiate high because you do too much arpeggiation and it's not good arranging. So I did a lot of arranging here on this. Up, and then I just landed here. I just, my mind, a little bit in my left hand. Let that settle. Music is all about tension and release. So this chord is definitely a release chord. Now let's add some tension. That's a passing chord. That G minor is going to a C7 flat 9. Let's analyze that. Again, I'm fire hosing you because it's a video, but you feel free to rewind. I got a bass note here, and I have a diminished chord in my right hand up a half a step. Okay, from the top. Somewhere. Same G minor. Now we need a passing chord. Oops, wrong bass note. Sorry. Now, if you don't want to sit on that, you can get a little melodic with it. Sometimes I'll do that. Sometimes I'll go. So you can combine chords with melodic notes. Just improvise whatever you want. So let's do another one. As long as I get to that G minor on time, I'm good. Let's find another one. Now you can just make them up off the top of your head. So if you know, all of that came from the E flat scale. So if you know your E flat major scale or your E flat pentatonic scale, then draw from that. Or it just sounds, you have to judge your audience. Here's the A flat chord, way up, and we're going to high. So sometimes you can just let that settle, and then hit it again, drop. Or other times you might throw something in that void, a little melodic touch. Now we need a passing chord here, so that G minor is going to, it's like a 2-5. Now I'm going to a C chord, but I didn't change my right hand. My right hand fell asleep. It's delayed here because that gives me this 9 and that delicious fourth, which makes it a C7 sus. I gotta relieve that sus. Here's that diminished chord again. D flat is one step up from C. Now the next chord after that C7 is an F minor. Right? And I'm playing it kind of sparse. Now here I could have played this. I kind of like it, but I don't like it. Let your ear. You can stay on this F, another F. That definitely is the way to play it if you're kind of in a beginner category. But let's throw in that. Let's make this an A flat sus2 chord. So we're going to play this A flat, this B flat, and this C because the C is the melody. Now my ear does like that. Because we're in a restful, you hear the song going up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down. This is definitely a down rubber. I like that. But if you play this, that's fine too. Now, after that F minor, we're going to play this. So that's a D flat 7 with a 9th in it. We could have played this. That's a little jazzy for this song in my taste, but it is a correct chord. That's a diminished chord up. I tend to play this. Okay. This should be an old faithful chord voicing. That's an E flat 7. So let's not just go too fast. Let's go back. So we got, and this is how you practice it too. Play a little chunk, get it down, play that chunk over and over and over and over again. So we have some where G minor again, E flat 7, A flat major, C7 flat 9. Now we have this F minor. I'm going to do it my way. I like that voice. That's an F minor 11, I guess. Now we're going to go here to that D flat 7. That's kind of sparsely voiced. E flat, G minor. That's another one I'm sparsely voicing. Now I'm going to change that G minor to a C7. I'm going to maintain that melody. Well, no, I guess I'm not going to maintain that melody. The melody moved up to A flat. And we have a 4 chord. I left the 6 out of that. So I'm thinking here, F, I could have played this, didn't I? But I don't like it. So I'm experimenting around. I'm leaving this kind of vanilla here. Root, F, root, 3, 5, and root again. 4 goes to 4 minor. So I got 4. That 4 minor, I'm thinking A flat triad with the melody. Now I'm going home. That's a 2 chord. Now I'm going to go here. Now that might be a little bit stretchy for some people. I got a B flat, 7 chord. Now if you can't reach that, then just go here. Take care of that A flat in your left hand. Got it? There's my left hand. A lot of diminished going on in there and with the melody. And then we're going to end up on that chordal chord we started off with. Now let's make up a turnaround. Let's do a 1-6-2-5. Well, the singer's not ready, so let's do a 3-6-2-5. Now we're back at the top again. So one more time, real slow. So where a G minor, sus chord, resolve it. F minor, D flat 7, E flat major, G minor, to a C7, I guess that's a C7 sharp 5, F major, F minor, 4 minor, okay, so the only thing left that we have to figure out in this song, and now we can, so do that part over and over and over and over and over and over until you just got it, and arrange it the way you like it. If you want to put a little beat on it, great. So we need this part. And usually that's exactly the way I'll play it. This is dainty up here. So I'm not worrying about bass notes right now. So I'm gonna play straight up E flat major chord in my right hand because my melody is going pretty fast. B flat, right? That B flat and G are being supported by an E flat major 7 chord in my left hand. Now my left hand's gonna move up to diatonic harmony again. F minor to a B flat. I usually play a sus there. Here's a B flat regular, here's sus. So da 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 da. Right? So get that part. So we're back to E flat. flat again. So that's kind of a little circle chord. 1, 2. What I do? 5, back 2, 1, 6, 2, 5. Do it again. Up to a 5, 1, 6, 2, 5. Always think in numbers if you can. Now the second time you go around and do that, it's going to be a little bit different. Same starting point. Right? Now that's that is A minor 7 flat 5. So here I'm kind of having an inversion going on. So here's A minor 7 flat. Here's A minor 7 flat 5 this way. But I'm already here, so I'm going to play it this way. So I was here, and I went to here. And my melody changed a little bit. Instead of this, I went to this. A minor 7 flat 5 wants to go to some kind of D dominant chord. So here's A minor 7 flat 5 to D dominant chord wants to go to a G minor. But when I get to that G minor, that's when I want to get dramatic. Oops. Now that's just a matter of arranging. You may not hear it that way. So let's go back to the 1, 6, 2. Now this finger and this finger has to move. That went to a B flat 7. You can play this way in the left hand. You could play it this way. That follows the rule of going up a half step. I'm on B flat. I need a B diminished chord. That works too. In jazz and gospel, we wear out these diminished chords. Now we're back at the top. Okay, so hopefully that gave you three different ways to get your head and your fingers around this beautiful song, Over the Rainbow. If you have any questions at all, you know what to do. Drop it in the comments below, or shoot me an email, or smoke signals, or well, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Anyway, that's Over the Rainbow, arrange Mike style. I'm signing off. We hope everybody's doing well, and we'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.